Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the Hood Table one more again. What's up, Sislo?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's the hat?
Hey, hey, Cybernuff in the comments.
Hey, what's good? Yes, make sure to follow directions, y'all, from Wavy Cam. He said to please share and like and support. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us again. It is Monday, the beginning of a new week. Everybody, I know y'all already done it to set your time clocks, an hour ahead. I know we lost some sleep, but oh well, we about to gain an hour of more sunlight. Sometimes more, depending on where we live, right? Especially if you don't like the West Coast.
Right? Fall back.
I know, spring forward, fall back. And matter of fact, we have to move our clocks an hour ahead, and that always gives you the anxiety, not anxiety, but it makes you anxious for like spring and summer, like most people. But it's gonna be like snowing on Wednesday here. I'm like, God dang, can we just get to spring?
It
But
was it was snowing today.
really, today
Yeah.
was probably about, I think it was like 25, 30 for the high.
It's cold. That's cold.
And then I'm looking at the let me see. Yep. They said it's 26 right now. Yep. So tomorrow will be 48. 62 Wednesday. My bad. 62 Wednesday and snow
Wow.
and rain on Thursday. So snow and rain on Thursday. Ain't that crazy? 62 Wednesday and snow and rain on Thursday.
God is truly amazing.
Yes. But that's okay. That's okay. I always say when we get to the month of March, we'd have made it this far. What's another month or so?
Hmm.
What's up, Tamika Thomas? How you doing, love? Thanks for tuning in to our review. Feel free to comment in the chat your opinions on the show or what you've seen. Do your little commentary in the chat. Feel free. I know somebody else is supposed to join us, but until they get here, me and Sisla is going to go ahead and start. This is, of course, as you see by the title, another review of SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&B. Yes,
All right. All right.
yes, R and B, episode 2, and it was titled. Oh gosh, I always forget the name of the title. What was it called, Sislo? Let's Pray, right?
Girl, yes.
And
And
they do need prayer.
girl, it was shady though. That was so funny.
Man, I'm telling you, it was a lot. Boy, let me tell you something. You want to start or you want me to start?
You can go ahead.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go ahead. First of all, I'm just noticing. There's only 6 episodes, right?
No, I didn't.
That's what they said. Now that I saw that several places, so I was hoping that's not true because I'm like 6 episodes. That's all. And we already got 2 episodes focusing mainly on the sister situation or mainly on Escape. We get a little bit, about the SWV, they showing a little bit as far as like family time and things like that with Taj and Lily and Coco, but not really something, no strong storylines there, right? So
And
everything has been focused around Candy, Escape, and the sisters. So I'm hoping that they will do more than 6 episodes because I'm like, I don't know how
probably
you feel if you was SWV. Like, should we even be here? That's how it looks so far.
well, it's probably because it is so tense or whatever, and it
Yeah.
also involves it also involves a lot of music and stuff like
Uh
that. So,
huh.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the name of this episode, y'all, was "Pray on It." Pray on it, and I want to discuss that scene with Tasha and her husband Rocky. Can we start there?
girl,
When they
yeah,
was up there discussing Candy.
hmm
Now, I watched Candy on her show, and I watched the Escape SUV show. So in that scene where Tasha and her husband Rocky, they're discussing Candy and making allegations that Candy has always been jealous or upset every time Tasha would get a lead on the songs that was on their albums. And Tasha said that's the reason why she mainly wanted to go solo. So when I watched Candy's show, she showed the first and second album, and she highlighted every song that she was the solo lead on. And it was about 5 or 6 songs on each album. Then it was a song where Tasha led. It was some where, of course, the other ladies led. And then there was a few songs where they all played lead. Right, but per Candy, and hey, I'm a Escape fan, do or die to the death, to the dirt. So I got all their CDs, and on most of their songs, there's more than one lead.
Mm-hmm.
Almost on every song, there's more than one lead.
Right.
So I'm like, hold the hell up. Why would she be jealous of you for having most of the leads when you don't have most of the leads? Candy has most of the leads. So what the hell? I'm like, is she just an habitual liar?
Not only that, Tasha's voice is so predictable.
Yes.
It's very limited.
Mm-hmm. It
And
is very. You know what? You got a point there. Mm-hmm.
she's got the same rhythm, she got the same run, she got the same song on everything.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like I said, to me, it sounds like she gargling.
Right, but she always thought she sang the best, girl.
Same old whatever.
Mm-hmm. Even when she was singing this episode, when she sang her little run in front of the producers or the executives of the label company or whatever for the gospel company, I was like, "Girl, that's all you got."
And I
First
was
of all,
like,
you on a reality show. That's
girl,
all
they
you
was way too hype over that little something.
I could do that, and I can't even do runs. You know, I can't
Girl,
do runs. I can hold a note, but I'm not good at runs.
girl, yes you can. You doing me, you don't even realize you're doing it. But anyway, that she saw,
Girl,
she's limited. And Candy has a range.
Tamika, you right. Tamika said Latasha is a liar. I could not believe she said that. And okay, honestly, I wouldn't even thought about it, sis, until Candy took out the CDs. Bring the receipts, girl. Bring the receipts, because I would have never even thought about going through my CDs or looking on Google to find out who led lead on most of the songs. I would have never done that. And if somebody else would have been like, "Oh, dang, that's messed up. That's why Candy jealous of her," because people sometimes say people's word for gospel without doing some research and looking up the receipts. So I'm glad Candy on her show decided I'm gonna just show the receipts. Okay, album number 1, album number 2, and then by album number 3, because remember, Tasha was alluding to the fact that Candy was the reason why she didn't get her solo album, right?
She did say that. And but let me tell you something. Tasha not a good liar either. Cause it's like she tell on herself when she learned. She got this look. She looks guilty when she's lying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she is, whenever her husband is around, she's always looking for him for validation. She's always looking at him. And if like certain things, like when they were in front of those executive music, the label executive, and he asked, "You mean to tell me that you didn't talk to them about it?"
He had no idea.
Her old lying husband, he knew.
You
Her
think
old lying, yes, he knew. He looked good. No, he threw her under the bus, is what he did.
Oh, because
Oh,
when he said that, I was like, "Dang, Tasha, you didn't even tell your husband."
girl, do you really think he gonna let her make a decision? He was like, "Oh, you mean you ain't tell them? I had no idea, girl.
You got a point there. He probably did know.
You a lying sissy and your breath smell pissy.
He
You know.
probably did know. Because for the
You
other ladies, it seemed like he like basically. I understand there's when it comes to relationships, ladies, regardless if they got the bigger bag or not, they still like to have their husbands out of respect, wear the pants in the family. But it really does seem
know,
like
run things.
he
Period.
really running things like
He
even
is in
her
her pocket.
business, and he's not even her manager.
He is in her pocket. Period.
Child, he in her pocket, he in Tamika's pocket, and not Tamika Thomas in the chat, but Tamika. He in her sister's pockets. I'm
Yeah.
like, she said he threw her tail under the bus,
I
slapped under the
told
bus.
you, didn't he, Tamika? Didn't he? He
She
threw her.
said he threw her slapped under the bus.
You got, if you look close, you got all kind of tire marks in that blonde wig.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
The wheels on the bus go over Tasha. All right.
Over Tasha.
All through her.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, he lied, and just like she know that dude intercepted them checks and cashed them or whatever, and she gonna
And they
play.
sat up there and lied. Like even Candy on her show, she said she's heard from a plethora of people. She said, I don't want to be sued by Tasha and her husband, so I'm gonna say allegedly. And she made it clear. I'm not saying that I think it's not true, but I'm gonna say allegedly. But I heard it, and Candy explained the whole thing. I don't know if you saw it on her show, but she explained the whole thing. How Tiny's mom is, I think her name is Diane.
Diane, yup.
Yeah, Tiny's mom, Diane. She had
Diane,
found out a way for them to get like they call her like Mama Diane.
yep,
And
Diane.
she had found out a way for them to get money from some royalties from for airplay from their stuff playing on radio stations and different things like that. And so it was from a company called soundexchange.com. And so she signed up Tiny and she signed up Tamika and she signed them all up. And they didn't even know. Candy was like, we didn't even know, and she said, I didn't know till Tiny's mom when she saw me. She said, "Girl, did you get your check yet? Did you get your royalty check?" And then the same thing happened to Tamika. She was like, when she saw Tamika, she said, "Girl, did you get your royalty checks yet? Y'all should have got them by now." And Candy was like, "Royalty check?" They sent Candy's check to her mama house. They sent Tamika's check to her sister's house. And
Mm-hmm.
Candy said she'd have heard several people say that they took that check, they wrote Tamika's name on it, and they cashed it.
Mm-hmm. He cashed it through his account,
Girl,
and that's alcohol. And
that's
then talked about she was going through something, and she said, "I was a single mama with pregnant,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
going through a divorce."
Tamika was pregnant with her little baby. She also, had that daughter, Ocean, that was in college, and she was paying out of college fees. And even if I remember, Candy was saying something about around the time that the group had broken up, how she said they were going broke. So let's just say whether they had good money around the time the checks came out or whether they were going broke. When you do college applications right, they go by your last 2 years of income. So Tamika could have been making a whole bunch of money the year before that or the year before that.
Right.
But this current year, when she could have used that $30,000. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just like when you buy a house. When you buy a house, they go back not this year, they go back not last year, they go back 2 years
Right.
because they want to make sure you really can afford that house and your income been steady since then. So what was you going through, Tamika? I mean, Tasha? What was you and your husband going through for y'all to allegedly steal your own sister's money? I'll
That's
wait.
that's it ain't no reason. It ain't no excuse. It
It
ain't
ain't
no
no excuse. I can never do that to my siblings, and I know my bros could never do that to me. Well, let me think about that youngest one. No,
and I think that Tasha's the type of person that, whatever her husband say goes, and whether she agree to it or not, he gonna make her agree, and I do mean make her agree. And my
yeah,
thing is, I don't care what kind of money he making as security, it ain't nothing like that money she make
it
as
ain't
a
nothing like it.
lead singer. And most of the groups, the people that do most of the leads are the ones that get paid a little bit more normally, unless they have a degree that everybody get equal pay.
Well,
You
I'm
know,
just like Tamika in the chat. 30 bands, 30 bands will make me holler. Hey, and that also make me go to jail. Cause I don't see, I don't, I'm different. I'm different for people. You cannot hurt me. You cannot burn me. It's a wrap. I don't play with my parents. I don't play with my kids. I don't play with my money. I don't play with my y'all know what it gives.
right?
But for her, but see, Tamika was trying to explain this episode. Even when she was around Taj, she broke down. It's affected her so much she can't even talk about it without breaking down. She broke down even around Taj, and she's trying to explain how I've always been there for my sister, and if I didn't do what they wanted to do, her and my mama, then they would say I don't love them or I don't act like I don't love them. But as soon as I do or say something they don't want me to do, then they double team me,
That's
and I get
manipulation,
attacked.
and it's terrible. It's manipulation, and it's
Yep.
awful. How can you manipulate one child against the other one? That's just awful. That's terrible. I couldn't do that. I can't manipulate my kids against each other. I can't do that.
Exactly. I can't either. I can't either. And it's always been. I'm telling you right now, if my son called me up tonight, one of my sons, Mom, could you cash out me some money? If I don't have it, which usually I do have enough to send them, like if they want gas or lunch or something like that, something small, I'll send it to them. Now, if they need something bigger than that, I'm gonna make sure I put in that cash app. This is a loan till you get paid. I don't play, kid or no kid. I'm gonna have
Right,
my receipts for Judge Judy, just in
right.
case. I'm just saying. But if I don't have it, I'll be like, call your other brother. Or if the other brother calls, like I'll call them. Hey, cash out me some money, son. All right, mom. I mean, that's just how we do. We make sure ain't nobody broke around this mug. If you ain't got it, send it to him. It goes around and around. You know what I mean?
Right,
They
right.
would never. They better not ever steal no money from each other, boy. I always tell them y'all ain't too big to get y'all butt kicked, even though y'all like 6 foot something, and I'm a little old 5'4". But yeah, it's crazy. What's up, TMO? How you doing, love? How
Hey,
you doing?
what Tamika say down there? The
She
reason.
said the reason for that is she looks like her dad, and the mama has talked so
I
bad
think
about the
so.
dad.
I think so. Remember, I said something about that last
You
time.
sure did. You sure did.
So is it? Because my daddy about.
Excuse me.
It's
Water.
and that's honoring. I don't care. My baby girl look just like her daddy. So I can't stand that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I love my baby. I love my baby. I gave birth to that one. I was there. Ain't no way. Mm-mm.
It ain't no way. It ain't no way. And then I was like, Candy. I love me some Candy. I know some people feel a type of way about her, but Candy, she puts it out there. She don't care. She was like, okay, first of all, She said people asking, well, how the hell would her sister been able to cash her check? And she said basically, when you're in a group like that, sometimes you all have to sign a packet.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes y'all might sign individual stuff when it comes to your own management teams, but when it comes to like a label or something, y'all all have to sign y'all John Hancock on the paperwork. Therefore, you'll see each other's social security numbers, each other's birthdays, each other's addresses, and woo 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 woo. She said, so we were all privy to information like that.
That says enough right there. That says enough. So somebody's willing to that let me know that girl. I'm telling you, I think the husband is behind it, and I don't.
Girl, like
No,
Candy did say, I got my social security locked. She said after years of doing that, she said I got a lock on my social security number, and I don't blame her because I know Candy. I know if somebody steals some money from Candy, it's gonna be on the news. It's gonna be on the news, child. Boy, Candy gonna be on there for whooping somebody ass down at the restaurant. What's the name of that restaurant, Sislo?
oh lady
Old
gang,
Lady Gang. It'll be Candy and her mama whooping on somebody, and her aunties, all of them. Todd, the babies.
everybody, you hear me?
Man, Candy don't play that shit. You said Candy Air Mama Scott, I don't speak on it. hmm Man, Candy don't care. She don't care. She's very blunt, but she's very honest. She's very honest. And I think that's why I like her so much is because she's been very transparent for years. She's always been transparent. You know what I mean?
Right. And, oh look, and Tasha's husband is a manager.
Mm-hmm.
He is a talent manager.
Mm.
So listen to what comes under his bio. He is an entertainment executive, master negotiator, record producer, songwriter, and serial entrepreneur. He is the CEO of Viv Global Management. So with something like that in a business account, he does have the he does have the wherewithal to, but I see some conflicting information about. So that must mean he giving some wrong information. But anyway, yeah, he does have the wherewithal of being an entertainment executive and a negotiator. If he was ever her manager, he had once had probably access if he ever managed Tasha and Tamika. He could have had the opportunities to access her checks, and which is makes more sense of why they were sent to their house if we was acting as her manager at any time. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Yep, that's true. What's up, Tia?
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up?
How you doing? Let me read these comments real quick. Hey,
Hey, T.
Gummy Bama.
Just got finished cooking.
That's what's up. Welcome to the panel. Gummy Bama said, hi, y'all. She said, I'm done with Latasha. That girl is horrible. Yes.
Y'all know why I think
Go ahead.
she thought she was the Diana Ross or Beyonce of the group. I said, at least with Coco, she realized she's stronger with the group. You're not a solo superstar. That's what Latasha needs to realize. Trying to lie on Candy, said Candy is the reason why her album didn't come out. Candy don't have that much power. If she had that much power, Escape would have been mainstream like a TLC, but they wasn't. They was like very underrated.
Yeah, they were very underrated. I
Just
agree.
like saying it with SWV, because TLC was like mainstream because they did like R&B and pop.
And rap. Yep.
Yeah. But I just look at her and I said, Ty spoke nothing but facts. she don't like who you became because she was supposed to be the most successful one out the group, but Candy became way more successful than her.
Mm-hmm.
And Candy and Tiny won a Grammy. Escape never won a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if they was ever nominated for a Grammy.
I
They
don't
were
know. I don't
they
know.
were
I thought they.
multiple Tiny and
Yeah, they won for TLC. I think No
Tiny and
Stress.
Candy won multiple awards for writing for TLC and a few other people.
Yep. And plus Candy Burris continued to write for other people. She kept writing for TLC. She wrote for Boys and Men. She wrote with Mariah Carey and so many other people. Candy continued it because Candy is like a hardworking person. It was no man that was gonna tell her you can't work like T.I. did to Tiny. Candy's a hustler. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And what I always say is Latasha should have never did reality TV. When I look at her, I think of Kelly Price. When Kelly Price did on reality TV, we just didn't like her for reality TV. Some people don't need to do it.
Mm-hmm. You are so right. And she can't
And plus,
hide her emotions. She can't hide her emotions. She
and
tells on
plus
herself she's lying.
she got to realize that solo career is not going to be popping. Look at your age. They like younger people. That's how you two, you in your 40s, you're not going to become popping.
Exactly. And
You
You
see
got to
what
tap and
she
play
lying,
sprinkle or somebody.
but you
and you
see
right
what
about
she
the
went to
the
gospel.
oh go ahead.
I'm sorry. You see who she went? She went to gospel.
Yeah, because R&B didn't work out. That's why she went to gospel. But to be honest, when it comes to gospel, I don't even know if gospel be on like it be on certain charts. I don't think gospel as big as it used to be. How it used to be
Gospel
back in
don't
the day.
pay as much. Gospel do not pay as much as R&B
Yeah,
does. When
yeah,
people start breaking the ranks with gospel, it started with BBCC
right.
and this,
Clark sisters.
Yolanda Adams.
Yeah,
When they broke those chains, then people like Kurt Franklin and all these
right
other
about
people
that.
started coming
Yeah,
through.
Mary, yep. So like
Yeah,
them.
but they had to make it almost sound or sampling
Yep.
secular
Because
music.
sometimes when I heard their music, I just didn't hear like because like before them, like you had the Clarksons all alone, and they were still around, but that's when gospel really started changing. It started becoming like gospel R&B. It started becoming like different type of gospel
Right.
from like the Clark sisters and people who came before them.
Right.
Let me ask y'all a question: would y'all buy a Latasha album or would y'all buy a SWV Escape Joint album? I said,
I honestly gotta hear it.
It's
I
got
yeah,
to be.
honestly got to hear her because I'm not saying that she don't sound horrible, but I'm gonna read Gummy's comment. She said Latasha trying to hold him hostage because she sung most of the songs, but she's not likable. She isn't likable, and Candy is. And if you saw Candy's show on her YouTube channel,
oh, speaking, I
Candy
said,
went through the albums. She went through the first two albums, and she highlighted the ones that she did solo on, and the ones the other ladies did solo on. And Candy was solo on over half, if not most, of the songs she did solo. So that basically puts to rest what Tasha was saying, that Candy was jealous of her, and because Tasha was doing more leads.
and what's to be jealous of Tasha
And
about? Y'all both.
That's what I meant. Candy
It's,
was doing more leads.
and I don't
But
know why she thinks she was jealous. It's not like it's when it comes to SWV, Coco was the lead singer, and
oh
Escape
yeah.
it was no lead singer, just like in Vogue. Everybody could say it was never no lead singer in
Thank
Vogue
you.
either.
On In Vogue, it was like more than, like I was telling Sislo earlier on Escape, it was usually two lead people on almost every song.
Yep.
Candy might have started it and somebody else finished it, or vice versa. Because they all have very strong voices except for Tiny. But Tiny still can sing.
Yeah,
But with
I've been saying
SWV,
something.
definitely Coco was the lead, definitely for SWV. There's no question about that. But go ahead, T.
Yeah, but when it came to yeah, Coco was definitely lead for SWV because I remember Ty. She sung. I'm happy that they brought that up in the first episode. That they was happy when she sung Lee on the song. I said they can actually sing, but Coco got too. What Coco did, she did the same thing Latasha did. She got too big headed, and they thought they was gonna be solo superstars. Like, come on now, they left the group too quick. That's what I think about them too. Y'all left the group too quick.
See, the
That's what
thing
happened.
about it, when you in groups like that, you gotta know your position. I grew up
Right.
in church. I sang in school. I sang in choir. I sang in concert choir. I sang in church. I was even in a little old group called Nubian Voices when I was, a teenager, and I knew my place. I am not a lead singer. I knew my place. I'm like them with SWV. I'm glad we had a lead singer. I can do backgrounds though. I got you back here,
Right.
sure. But you got to know your place when it comes to these
That's,
groups. And that's if you know your place, you won't have to have no jealous bone in your body.
and she got a lot of jealousy, and she got a lot of jealousy on all the whole fashion. I said Biggie Smalls talk about everybody in that group, so everybody in that group probably went through something, but they probably don't. They can hide it easily because you know Biggie Smalls called him ugly. He said I'm asked to sleep with RuPaul and then to sleep with some girls from Escape. He got all of them because how they came out looking like boys. That's how they came out.
Yeah, they came out looking like boys, but so did SWV. They came out dressed up like that was the thing back then. SWV, Escape, TLC, all of them. They came out with the cross colors, with the
But they
overalls,
still
with
look
the
girly though.
remember the
They
Jodeci
still look
boots.
girly.
They
Remember the
still look.
Jodeci boots? Everybody had the Jodeci boots on. I mean,
But
that
then
was the thing back
when it
then.
comes to Escape, they look like dykes. That's how they look like dykes.
Well,
Cause
that's what I'm
TLC,
saying. They was all, but that was the thing. Then the thing was girls dressed up looking harder than girls. It was like a hip hop swag, ghetto hood. That was just what they was given back then.
I think when it comes
Tom,
to TLC and SW, they look like women. They look like girls that dress like boys. That's how they looked it. They look like straight up like dudes. Definitely, I said Latasha. And what she always say, they always call me the fat one in the group. They do the same thing in drill with Jazz. If you the bigger one in the group, they gonna call you. They gonna always say that. They always do that. Or the rest of the girls smaller. You're the bigger one. That's the same thing they did when it comes to drill with Jazz. They always call, oh, you the fat one. That's what they do, and that's what you need to
Yeah.
realize. The other girls are smaller than you.
Right. And with Beyonce and them, now they didn't come out looking like they didn't come out dressing like boys. They came because they mama made their clothes. They
Because
mama
they
was
come out
playing that.
like
I'm making all y'all outfits.
I think when they officially came out, because Destiny Child younger, because like when on TLC the SWV and Skate came out, that was like the early '90s, so that was like popping then. Then it
Mhm.
started changing. The girl group started changing, but the
Yeah.
only group that came out around that time that ain't dressed like that was In Vogue. They was like grown women.
Oh
Oh my god.
yeah, and I love me some Vogue.
And I said, In Vogue, they can. I said, In Vogue, they can sing the original In Vogue. We ain't talking
Yes.
about. We talked the OG. I
Oh
like the
yeah.
OG In Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing could beat the OG In Vogue. Just like Drew Hill, nothing could beat the OG Drew Hill. Drew
Mm-hmm.
Hill starting to feel like the Temptations.
Mm-hmm.
Too
Yeah.
many people. Everybody alive. What y'all doing?
Yeah. And let me read these comments. Gummy said, Coco personality isn't really likable too. She found out in time to mend things with the girls and get that right. That's why Coco and Lily basically trying to spit game to them. Like we
Yeah.
didn't been there, done that. We didn't had all the problems, all the beefs, all the arguments. But when you're trying to get that bag, you gotta grow up. You gotta
Yeah.
grow up and be like, hey, I'm squash that. Like, okay, y'all heard Lily say first episode. We don't really talk to each other unless we in the studio.
Yep.
We
And she
go.
said we can forgive a man. She said we can forgive a man, forgive our husband a man, but we can't forgive each
Thank
other.
you. And I put that towards like a job. I ain't worked
Yeah.
at an office in like 7 years, but like a job. You go to work, you clock in, you do your work. I was never the type of person that goes around lollygagging and talking at the water faucet, gossiping and all that. I go to work, do my business. If I gotta be with somebody and do work with somebody, I do my work with them and I go home. Tanya, you want to meet us at the bar? Tanya, you want to? No, I don't hook up with nobody after work. If you
That's right.
wasn't my friend before we started work together and we ended up working together, then no, I don't do
And
that employee
what,
hanging out outside the work thing with employees. Nope.
what And one thing Escape got to realize is, I remember they had that show. I think it was 2017. They need Candy. Candy is the reason why they on Bravo. Because I remember Latasha was begging. They was begging Candy to come back to the group because Candy got the house like she do acting, she do all types of stuff. So they need her because nobody is checking for the sisters. let's be real. We haven't heard. When the last time you heard from the sisters? The last time I seen Latasha was on R&B Diva before but she was on one season. I didn't like her on that season either. But nobody was texting for Latasha or Tamika. Like Candy and Tiny, we kept saying them. And some people didn't know their history. They forgot Candy was in Escape because she became so much of a success. I had to tell people. I said Candy Birds was in Escape. They just forgot. But I said when it came to the whole record label, get mad at Jermaine Dupri. She was still signing social.
Exactly. Yeah,
Don't
she
get
was
mad
still
at
signing
Candy.
Jermaine. Yep. And Gummy said Queen Latifah did the hip hop hard look the best. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think it was her, but also MC Light
yeah. She's like, yep.
and also Yo Yo
No,
and
I was always ladylike.
I love my Yo Yo though, but Yo Yo was like I don't know, she was a cross to me. She wasn't always ladylike to me. She
Yeah.
was I don't know. She was kind of hard too at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I guess it's to a certain respect. They had to act hard because they had to be tough as the
Yeah.
boys. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Because you
but
could
each of
tell.
those groups, as they got older, each and every one of them, they clothing started to change. But that
They
was
felt
just
the same.
because everything else around them was changing.
Right.
So
I mean, Queen Latifah, I love her to pieces, but
I love
even when
Queen.
she got on her heels and her dress, her form of God, she still pimp walking. My girl,
Queen
That's all.
Latifah, when she dresses up in a dress and stuff, I'll be like, girl, if you don't take that dress off, I'm sorry.
Me too.
I love Queen. I swear to God, I love Queen.
pimp
But
walk, still be pimp
find
walking.
some jeans, girl. Find some jeans.
You be trying hard too.
Let me say,
What
y'all
do y'all,
saw
what do
the
y'all think about that mama? They mother. I don't like their mother at all. She
who
just.
mama.
I don't like Tamika and Latasha, but I don't like her.
Oh yeah, I
People,
don't like
I, hate,
her.
I don't like people that pay favoritism to their kids. That's not right.
I agree. I agree. Let me read this comment real quick. Gummy said, y'all saw the Drew Hill Trumpet Award opening performance last year or the year before. I cried. I can't remember the
Who
Drew Hill
performed
Trumpet Award opening. I don't
a trumpet
remember.
award? Oh, you said Drew Hill?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't remember
They
off the
did
top
a
of my
real
head.
good job. If it's the one that I'm talking about, I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
think
look it
I
up
saw
because I
it, but
never really
I'm
watched the
just
trumpet
But
awards like that.
what's sad
So,
is JoJo. Hey,
yeah.
oh, yeah, JoJo.
my heart's so heavy for him.
Yeah, I said they need a Drew Hill. A Jodeci biopic. That's the biopic I want to see. Jodeci and Mary J. Blige biopic. And they've been through so much. I want to see them. I want to see somebody that's real good because Escape taking too long with their biopic. They didn't. Candy said they ain't even started yet.
Oh, but did you hear what Candy said? And hold on, let me read these comments. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Okay, so I already read that one. Gummy said Yo was dope, and y'all gotta see it. It's on YouTube. It was so good. I think I seen it. I really do think I seen it. I just can't for some reason I just can't picture it in my head. He said Jazz killed KT.
He said Jazz what?
Who?
She said Jazz killed KT. What's that?
Oh, you saw Jazz from Jazz from Drew Hill.
What's it? What they
KT.
really kill? Okay.
KC.
What?
I don't know. Okay, who KT?
She talking about KC? What? She talking about KC?
Yeah, I think it's KC. Because I know Drew Hill, they want to do a verse so bad. Go ahead. They need to do this verse.
Oh, okay. So about the oh shoot, about the movie. Okay, so
Yeah.
on Candy's show, she was saying, she was dropping tea. Candy, she always got the tea, got the receipts, and
I
she
always
was
watch.
saying there's a whole bunch more tea, surrounding the sisters, their
Yep.
relationships, their beefs over the years. She said, but unless we get a movie deal, I won't spill all of that. And I was like, is that a hint? Is that a hint for somebody to hurry up and get them a movie out there?
And then somebody tried
Oh,
to steal their right to the.
Exactly.
yeah, they said allegedly. She said, well, she did
Yeah,
say
she said
that's
somebody tried to steal their story
She
and
said it
that's
was
what got them
Carlos
back together.
allegedly. She said it was Carlos King allegedly. That's what she said. I was saying allegedly because ain't nobody coming at me.
Oh, I didn't hear her say allegedly. I heard
You
her
gotta
say
look at
somebody
her.
stole our story.
You gotta look. She did an interview. It was with this guy. She did an interview
Oh,
on
this was on her
YouTube.
show. This was on her YouTube channel. She said somebody tried to steal our story, and that's how we ended up getting back together and
Cause she
talking.
said that in the she said that in the interview. I forgot the guy name, but it's an interview. You search for Candy Burris interviews, and it's
Yeah,
on what I know the
allegedly.
person's name if I look on my
And
who I
she
follow.
might have said allegedly, but I'm gonna tell you that she didn't say it when I saw her when I heard her say it. She said the reason why they ended because they broke up and then they
Yeah.
got back together like 6 years ago. And she said the reason why we got back together is because somebody tried to steal our story.
Yeah.
And she didn't
There's
say
about
no
to make
allegedly.
a Lifetime movie about it.
No,
Yeah.
Nobody.
I said no. I seen the interview with her. I'm gonna share the interview with you. That I seen what she told the interview who it was. That's why Todd and Carlos King don't work together no more. They was on BT Encore. She
Uh-huh.
not messing with Carlos King, but I'm gonna share that interview she did. But Carlos
Oh,
King
okay.
never said anything about it. So
Well, Gummy said it's the Bounce Trumpet Awards 2022. Drew Hill opened up and killed it. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I really do think I seen that. I just have to look at it again because I think I really seen it.
my boy Woody don't want to join. He said he not coming back because he followed me on IG. He said he not coming back. Eric, he said Woody come back to Drew Hill. He said nope.
Uh, 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 uh.
But I
Well,
said the guys on Player keep on Players Alive. Static Major. I hate when people from other groups come to groups. Come on now. There's too
uh-huh.
many people in Drew Hill. I don't want to see all these people. To be
Yep,
honest.
yep. Well, as far as again, back to the allegations that
Yeah.
Tasha was making towards Candy. Candy did say that after the first two albums, basically she either led most of the songs or was two lead singers on each song. Then she said on the third album, they would call Tasha in to record her parts, and then would call Candy in to sing the backgrounds. And she said they would play it louder because her voice was so distinctive. And she said they wouldn't call in Tiny or Tamika on some of the songs, and that was for the second album. And she said that made Candy believe that they were setting up Tasha for her solo album. And then after the album was made, Tasha started promoting her album. She was only required to do it for a month. And then, based on what her lawyer and her had agreed to with the label and everything,
Yeah.
because that's the reason why Candy was upset with Tasha all them years ago,
Yeah.
because Candy knew just because you bring us two in here to record songs and I'm doing the backgrounds and the other girls ain't even on some of the songs. And then she
They
said
were
she knew that they were setting it up for a solo deal. And then Tasha, she didn't even agree to do a third solo deal unless Dupree agreed. I mean, she didn't even agree to do a third album unless Dupree, So Def, agreed that she could do her own solo deal. And then when her solo deal fell through and Candy's didn't, that's why she blamed Candy for her solo deal not going through. But Tasha was already signed for
yeah.
a solo deal way before Candy.
I said the same thing. And plus, people say I seen the single. I said she put out a single. That's what people say because I'm a '90s baby, so I wasn't really paying attention to her.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to escaping when I was younger. Like I'm in Jersey. I'm
Yeah,
from
she
Jersey.
put out
So
a
I
single. That
didn't
was when
it
Big
flopped.
Mama House came out. Candy had a single on Big Mama House, and Tasha had a single on Big Mama House. And
It,
Candy, when she heard Tasha's single, she said, "Oh yeah, she about to get her solo album before me." But it never happened. It got
it,
shelved by So Def.
Latasha,
So why was that Candy fault if Candy was with Columbia and you were still
yeah,
with So Def? That don't even make sense.
yeah. And plus, Latasha had a song on Best Man soundtrack too.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
So none of them. I don't think it was Candy. I just think because like Candy said, her and Tiny was trying to get be with So Def with Jermaine Dupri, but I think Jermaine Dupri was like, nah, Latasha career flops. He ain't gonna take another chance. That's why I think he ain't signed them because he ain't want to take another chance.
Yep. Yep.
And plus, what people don't know is Latasha went broke because she had to pay back that she had to pay back that record label. you gotta pay back that money if you're not get. That's what you gotta realize. If you're not, they spend a certain amount of money on you, you gotta pay them back. And that's why sister said. That sister said a long time she had to pay back that record label. She wasn't broke. I said she wasn't broke. So I don't
Probably
know.
she allegedly took that 30K. That's probably why.
And her and the mother talks about maybe she needed them more. I said I want to go. I don't even
I'm
like
like,
sex.
Mama, is you crazy? Mama,
She
for
was,
real? So
she
what
was
about your grandchild? What about your other grandchild that was in college? Your grandkids didn't need that money just as well?
her mother got a cut. That's why.
It was
Her
you
mother
know what, Tia? You weren't here for episode 1, but didn't I tell you, Sislo, that
yeah.
sometimes when those parents treat one child way better and favor the one way better, then one child is usually doing way more for that parent, and that's why they favor them. And I
And,
said that she
and
probably
what?
does a whole bunch, give her money and all that kind of stuff.
Right. And another thing I said is Latasha looked like her mother. Maybe Tamika looked like the daddy because you know the daddy left the mother. Maybe because she got resentment towards her because she probably looked like the father. I don't
Yeah,
know. I said I want to see the daddy.
Sislo was saying something about that.
She probably don't like her because she looked like the father. But I said you should treat them the same. I just don't like her. Sometimes she jealous, girl. Take that cheap wig off.
I can't
Sometimes
believe a mother would say something like that. Oh, your sibling is just jealous of you. That's some petty teenage high school shit. And coming
they're
from
like
a
sisters.
mother, from an old woman.
She probably is.
Cause Latasha is her sister. They act like she act like more of like a sister. That's what she done, and then a mother. And she said, if you jump on Tasha, I'm gonna jump. She said I'm gonna jump on you. God is going. I hate when people use God. Stop me doing that.
And me and my mama will be going
Oh my
hands up.
God.
I'll be like, God forgive me. But if my mama put her hands on me, God forgive me. I'm at least give her a bear hug so she can't move.
I know y'all don't let y'all wouldn't let y'all
I ain't
parents
about
talk to
to
y'all
get
like
beat
that.
up at 40-something years old by my mama when I know I'm not in the wrong. Nope.
Yeah, I'm in my 20s, but my mother don't talk to me. My mother don't talk to me like that. She was looking
Right.
like, why?
First of all, my mother would never do something like that. I would have to do something like, and my mama is in heaven right now.
Right.
But when she was alive, we literally would have, I mean, one time me and my brother got in a fight. Both my brothers younger than me, but the oldest one. We had gotten in a fight one time. Girl, I mean, we got in a fight. I pulled out a butcher knife. I was throwing knives. He was throwing furniture. We was just going at it, and she's screaming on the side, stop. This was, we was grown, y'all. We was grown, okay? And she was just screaming and yelling and begging us to stop. She didn't take sides. When it was all over and said and done, my brother, he ran out my house. He jumped in my mom's car and drove off. Left her ass there with me. Took her car and everything and left her there with me. So I took her home. He didn't come home for days. And why did he come home for days? Because he thought he was going to be in trouble by me and my mama. And he talking about, I thought y'all was gonna call the cops on me something, and I stayed away. And I said, really? I thought you was gonna call the cops on me because I had that knife on his butt. But so we both thinking the other one was gonna call the cops on each other. We didn't. But still, after that, it was no, well, you shouldn't have done that, Tanya, or you shouldn't have done that to him. It was like, okay, y'all fault is over.
Right.
Whatever. She's never gotten into our fights. Even if I fought on the streets, on the block, in the front yard, she never would get into our fights. She like, okay, you fight, get it over, you're done. But yeah, that shit that her mama doing, I don't like that at all.
Do y'all follow? Did y'all see what Tamika? She was on her page. She was with her 2 daughters. She was
Yeah,
talking about the episode.
remember I did a review on that and you commented under that. That's the video.
Oh yeah. Cause I seen so many people reviews, like so many people reviewing the show. So I be like, you know, you see so many reviews, so many people reviewing the show.
Yeah.
And nobody liked the mother. Nobody liked Latasha. I said, she's real. I said, well, look at her. She's a snake. She did the same thing she did back in the day, going behind their back, going to a record label. I said, come on now. I said, who was popping in gospel at Motown? Motown, and it's not Barry Gordy Motown. The guy was they was little shit. Did you tell Xscape? Well, I said, look how they talking. Like they was all talking. How they talking, and then the other talks like, oh, I didn't know you didn't tell them. Rocky.
Well, that Rocky and Tasha, they always throwing shade. Like
That's
Candy said, she said, okay, when Tiny and Candy when after Escape dispersed, Tiny and Candy wanted to do a deal with Columbia, duet, but they wasn't feeling the duet, and they ended up signing Candy. And Candy, she was really like, oh my gosh, she felt bad for Tiny because that's her girl, and they even wrote songs together, and all that woo woo woo. And so, but Tiny understood. Okay, this is your time. This is, I'm not hating on you. You my girl, you my sis. So she ended up making her, solo albums and stuff. But at the time, when Tiny and them was like, we gonna start writing music, and they start writing music, and they start, dishing it out, or what do they call it? Sending it out to different record producers and
Yeah.
labels. And Tasha and Rocky, when they heard
Shopping
them
around.
say that they was shopping it around, yes, thank you so much. When they heard them say that they was shopping around songs because they wanted to be executive songwriters, they both laughed in their face and said, "Who would make y'all executive songwriters?" This was way back before
Yep.
Scrubs.
And they need to sit down. 'Cause I
Way
said when I
back
was looking
before Scrubs, girl.
at Latasha, not the brightest because like Candy, I love it when Candy said, "Oh, Rocky is her brain." He was whispering her ear. I said, "Damn, why you keep proving Candy points? Candy, that's my girl. She make them faces. She was telling the truth. He is her brain. He was
He
telling her
has
what
a
to say.
million faces.
She always make definitely got that. The funniest face she made so far when they was meeting with SW, how she was looking at her. I said, she's a blind.
Man, when she on Housewives of Atlanta, all those faces she be making, I'll be like, girl, Candy cannot. She has no poker face. She cannot hide her feelings, her none of that because her face tells it all.
And do y'all think when Rocky was talking to Latasha and you talking about Tamika, I forgot what he said. I said because he was getting mad. Do you think it was a threat to Tamika? What he said? He said she better watch. But he said something. I forgot what he said. He said something. I'm like, is that a threat? Because her husband will fold you. Tamika husband looked like he'd knock you out. So Rocky trying to act like he big and bad because he likes to argue with women. But these women got husbands too.
I don't know, Cisco. Did you see that part
Yeah, when he was talking to her, I forgot what he said.
Which one?
when he was talking to who?
When he was talking to Latasha, and he was like, "I would never steal nobody money," and he was saying some stuff. I'm like, I forgot what he exactly said, but it sounded like a threat towards
Where was they at? Was that when they was in their kitchen talking?
me in the kitchen. Yeah,
Mm.
I forgot what he said, but I said, "Is that a threat?"
I
Rocky
don't
needs
know,
to.
child. I don't remember. I'm
I
gonna have
was
to go
like,
back and watch that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because
"Yes, watch it."
I don't
Rocky.
recall.
I said, I think she ain't become popular because that attitude and because her management. You got. I said, you just like, come on, don't be like Wendy Williams.
Oh.
Then look what happened to Mary J. Blige. See, look, they got their manager. Mary J. Blige is a legend, but her husband was managing her. Then they had to pay them that money.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
have
Yeah.
a husband as a manager. And look, then Mary J. Blige owed the IRS.
He did her
And Wendy
song.
Williams, look what happened to her. He's like, he's like a Kevin. I'm not saying she get a bruise, but she might. It's physically or mentally. Cause I heard how she be looking. I said, what's wrong with her? She just looks so like there's just something about she got that bad spirit. She don't be looking happy like that. It looked like her and her husband be rehearsing. They scenes on not be feeling real like the other scenes with people in their family. Like a rehearsed scene.
I know what you mean. What was you saying, Cisco?
His Mary J's husband did her ball. He
You
did
said
her.
what?
Mary J's husband did her wrong.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, he did.
Every day. Then look at Wendy Williams and Kevin. That he mad, can't get no
When
money.
he started messing with her self-esteem, telling
Yeah.
her the other woman he was with was better than her, and you
I
ain't
think that's
this.
where Rocky going. To Latasha. He probably do that to Latasha. Cause she still
Of
got that
course,
insecurity. He do that. He plays with her. He keep whispering her ear, but what they don't know, y'all gonna go broke again, fumbling that bag. And I think somebody gonna say that. I seen that preview. I don't know if it was Latasha, and I don't know if it was Tamika. It was somebody that said y'all gonna go broke again. They is. Cause she put out an EP, but nobody gonna buy that EP like that. Like she put out a single when the first episode came out, but Bravo didn't promote it because they not promoting you. They don't care about you.
that's terrible.
But I said the show.
Yeah,
Hold on, Sislo. We can barely hear you, Sislo. What you say
my
now?
voice, my voice is fading, and I'm trying. I said she's a they got backstabbers in their life.
Right.
Backstabbers. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your money.
Somebody said what Candy Bird said. I want you to say because you be getting Marva real good. She said she think she glad it's saying we the pimps. Candy Bird is always saying that. I said yeah. I said that's what she think. Y'all the pimps. Said no no no.
Mm-mm.
Said she wished she was last night. I said she not even. I don't know who she is. She ain't nobody. She ain't. I said she ain't nobody successful in group.
Well, I know Candy. Oh, she had threw a little shade along with a little support as well on her YouTube show. She told us since
Bye.
since Tasha keep claiming that Candy is the reason for her failed solo deal. Candy asked us to please buy Tasha's album when it comes out on Good Friday because she said she feels like Tasha needs a win. And maybe if she gets a
No,
win, she'll stop blaming her for her failed album deal. She said, please buy her album, buy her cookbook, buy something.
Yeah, I like how she promoted Tamika stuff too, and she said Tiny doing good. She got
Yep.
5 houses.
Yeah, Tiny
Candy
got five.
ready.
You know she got 5 blenders for each house.
But I said Tiny, be careful. Don't be telling on T you got 5 houses.
She got lake houses. She got houses
The
in.
IRS might be looking at y'all. That's all like when people tell I got 5 houses.
They
Don't say
probably
that.
got a house in
IRS
Hawaii.
always watching.
They probably
Tiny
got a house
still
in
collecting
California, a house
money.
in Florida. They probably got a house in Nebraska. They
Right.
probably got a house right here in Omaha.
They probably doing the Airbnb.
I don't
No,
know.
but they
They
got
might with their houses. Like they probably let people like rent out their houses for a while then. That's how they
Dude, if I
that's how
had
they
a
look
lot
at
of money, I always said if I came across a lot of money, I would at least have one vacation house, at least one, in a warmer state, so I can go there in the wintertime and come back to the Midwest, during the summertime. Sure
and
would.
Tiny's hilarious because she be laughing. I said Tiny be laughing.
Tiny
Said
laugh at
Tiny,
everything. Tiny is so cute. Like, I don't mean like physically. I just mean like, she still has
oh,
like, no,
you
God,
crazy.
she look like
listen.
Leprechaun.
You
When I say
crazy.
cute, when I say
She
cute,
like Leprechaun.
she
That's Leprechaun's sister or Miss
when
Piggy.
I
That's what her.
when I say cute, what I mean is she's cute, like funny, like she's so silly. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
her laugh and her demeanor,
Her
and
son
like
King
she
look just
doesn't
like
take
her.
anything seriously. She's like, girl, ha ha ha, bye, whatever. Let's get this bag, y'all. Let's that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Her son look just like her. King. When I look at her,
uh-huh,
I say, "Oh, that's her. That kid is
yeah,
her twin." King. He look just like her. Definitely when she was in skate, he looked just like her.
yeah.
But
Before she
Tiny,
had the nose job, yep, yep.
yeah, Tiny's the one that get along with everybody. Like she gonna
She
tell. She said,
does. She
she
does.
always. And Candy Burris said, I don't like it. She be like, Candy Burris said, Tiny be letting stuff slide. I said, yeah. And Latasha needs to stop it with this lie. She said everybody was happy for her when she got a solo deal. No, they wasn't, because I watched on song and
Uh-uh.
everybody was Tiny or Tamika was not happy. They was mad because I'll be mad too. I can't front because I'm like, what are we gonna do? We are a group.
But
So we gotta.
But see, the thing is, the reason why Tiny and Candy have always been such close
Right.
friends, even when Candy got her deal and Tiny, they didn't want to sign Tiny at Columbia. They've been so close because they've been about that bag and about their
Yep.
family. Like the sisters, it's like the sisters, they can't like get on one page. It's always what Tasha wants to do. And if Tasha don't like
Yep.
Candy, then I don't want to be bothered with them. But it's like,
And with
girl, get
Tamika,
your
I didn't
bag.
realize.
You and your husband over there, y'all, come on, y'all ain't doing that well if y'all over there allegedly stealing $30,000 from your sister.
All right.
And plus, I said, and plus, what Tamika gotta realize, you keep doing stuff for your sister. But she said to please her mother, so her mother could. She said she really doing it for her sister, and her mother. But I said that messed up your career. They didn't look out for you. That messed up your career. Let's be real. 'Cause I said I don't know what's going on. I know she got seasonings, but it messed up your whole career. and to mess up your friendships. But I'm happy that she said she apologized. I seen on YouTube. She said, Candy said, "Oh, don't cry." She apologized. I thought that's so cute. She apologized
She
to them.
did apologize, but they cut that scene out on Bravo.
Yeah, because I said, I'm like, oh yeah, they cut that scene out. And I said, I seen when she was on Candy Code tonight. I didn't see it because I don't. It's a podcast. I seen a little clip of it because Candy posted it. But she said, I apologize. But Candy said, you ain't got to apologize. She said, you ain't got to apologize. You ain't got to cry. You ain't got. We understand. Candy always knew that. They always knew that.
Because
She
they
said,
were there. Candy and Tiny were there. They witnessed basically her being controlled by Tasha and the mom.
Right.
Yeah.
And Taj is my girl because Taj spoke some facts. She said the mother needs to stay out of it.
Yep.
Stay out of it and let the sisters handle it. I like what Tasha said. She said, what kind of mother does that? And the mother,
like I said, they done that. They done been there, done that. They got years on Xscape. And they still travel to this very day. They do like 30 to 75 shows a year, they said. They've been doing this for years. So they up there getting that bag. They getting that money. They making millions and millions still every year on top of royalties. Right. Like, they getting paid.
And plus, when it comes to them, I'm not being mean. This is real. Like Coco said, we are stronger together. So they need to be a group to get that bag. Because Candy Burris and Tiny don't need that. Don't need the group.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. When she drops that album, I tell you what, we can do a review on the album.
Yeah, we could. I say yeah.
And we can give our honest feelings on the album.
And what song she was singing to that record label? She was
just like, do some runs. Oh, Cisco sick. She can't do no runs.
Was that a church song?
I don't know what.
I think it was church song. I forgot what song. People saying that was a church song.
I don't know what the hell she was singing. What you say, sis?
It was gospel. She sounded like she was.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what she was singing. I don't know if she was just doing some ad-libbing or just thought of something off the top of her head. But she should have sung like, girl, you trying to put an album out, a gospel song. You ain't gave a shit. What you just did right there, I think those producers or whoever they was, the executive, I think they was just up there like, okay, let's play the part. We on camera right now. Because come on, she didn't impress me.
How the guy was looking at her.
Who you impressing with that? And her husband was all excited, like, hey, high five, girl, you did that.
His rusty looking self. His rusty bald head. He's rusty looking. He looks rusty.
Nigga.
And I still can't get over the first episode is when they was talking to his son. He tried to take all the credit. Don't try to take all the credit. Give that woman her credit, bro. He's like a attention seeker. He want to be the star. That's what he want to be.
Yes. Somebody in the chat said, can I be a mod? I don't know you. Someone, can I be a mod? I don't know you. But yeah, as far as Tasha, you're gonna need to come with some receipts, girl. Prove that you did not take your sister's money. Go back in the time, way back in the time, and get some copies of all the deposits, withdrawals around the time that your sister is making these allegations, and prove that it did not happen. That's what she needs to do. Because other than that, I'm on Tamika's side.
Yeah, I believe her.
I'm on Tamika's side wholeheartedly, 100%. Until I see other words. But other than that, that's all I got on this episode. Anything else y'all got?
No.
I believe Tamika because why didn't Latasha say? Because I usually say if like we on a reality show and like I lie on one of y'all gonna sue me for defamation of character or say you cannot show that she's lying on me. She said I stole. If somebody said stole, yeah, because she knows she did it. Mm-hmm. And Rocky, I said Rocky's a snake. I just want to.
Yeah, because Tamika was yelling at her and saying, you can still go to jail. I can still call the cops. I can still press charges. I would have been like, and I can sue you for defamation of character. But no, she was like, I don't know. I ain't did why, you know.
And plus, I could tell that she probably did it because, like, say if it was one of y'all siblings, and this is why I said if one of y'all siblings say, "Oh, your husband or your boyfriend, no matter who it stole from me," you gonna ask, "Let me see the proof." You're not gonna just sit there and
Yeah.
then say, "No, he didn't do it." You gonna say, "Let me see the proof." You
But
might, I said, y'all might knock your husband in the head. Like, don't
right.
steal from my family.
It's gonna be if it didn't happen, it's easy for them because you can go all the way back in your bank statements so far
Right.
on the computer, and if you need to go past that, you just gotta call the bank or go down to the bank and get it. Now, as far as Tamika, she obviously has proof because of the simple fact that when Tiny's mother signed them up to get their royalties.
Yeah.
Tiny's mother told her, "Girl, you should have been had your check by now. Get your check. I signed you up." They mailed it to such and such, such and such. That's the proof right there that she needs. And then I'm sure she got proof from the place. So I don't know why. Like some people said, I don't know why she ain't pressed charges on her before now. Like how many years is you gonna go with your sister? How can you look in your face at
Stab in the back.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and be sitting at the table looking across the table, somebody that stole $30,000 from you? That ain't no chump change. There's
And
some
plus,
people who don't make 30,000 in a year.
if you seen her channel, she said she didn't even tell her husband. So you ain't tell your husband. And her husband's like, "Why we pay all these taxes?" She ain't even to
Yeah,
me
they
can't
have to
tell
pay
her husband.
taxes. Yeah.
Because her husband probably would. I think her husband probably would have fooled Rocky. He probably went over there. Her husband looked like he might knock the beat somebody
Yeah,
behind.
her husband all big and thick. He's like
Yeah, he's
top
a security guard.
he's top
He had,
flight security with Craig and
yeah.
Day Day and them.
She
Shoot,
know how to do Tyler Perry.
he all
She
buff
said,
and big.
she said, I can't. I went to his house. I came out the bathroom. She said her bra and
And
her
her
thong.
draws, she had on her draws, girl.
And do y'all believe Rocky when he said, I told Latasha boyfriend, I'm gonna take your girl. I said, you lying, bro. No man gonna sit there and let you tell him that unless he's a punk.
I believe it. I believe it, girl. They were teenagers. They were like 14, 15.
And
You
Candy
know,
introduced them. Candy
yeah,
introduced them.
they were super young. They were super young. So I believe it, girl. But yeah, I didn't want to go too far over an hour, you guys, for this reality review. And we might come back later to do a reaction video with my bro. I'm hitting him up because there's this video on TikTok that is trending and it is so hilarious. So we might come back to do a reaction to that video. I don't know for sure. Maybe we'll wait till tomorrow. But anyway, BMF, when does that come on again, Sislo?
Friday.
Okay, so that means I can't review it until Saturday in the morning before my baby gets here again. So Tia, do you do BMF?
Yes, I do.
You watch that show? Okay. Well, I don't know when I'll be live again before then. I can't even remember what other shows have we been reviewing.
And this show, let's be real, when it comes to this show, it's like it's the escape show. Because I forget SWV on the show, to
Yeah,
be
I
honest.
said that at the beginning. That was before you got here. I did
It's
say
the
that
Sky
at the
Sister
beginning. I
show.
said, hopefully, since there's not going to be that many episodes in this season, hopefully they'll
It should
start
have been more.
focusing more on, SWV as well. But hopefully we'll see. We'll see where it ends, where it goes next episode. But other than that, you guys, make sure everybody in the chat who tuned in, make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you're not a hoodie already, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a blessing to the hood table, Tia, you don't have your Cash App on there. What's your Cash App in the chat?
Let me see.
It said $ Tia.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your Cash App.
Yep.
Okay, so Tia's Cash App is in the chat. My Cash App is under my name up here on the screen. Sislo's Cash App is under her name. So if anybody feels moved to give a love offering to any of us, you don't have to give one to all of us. You don't have to give one to any of us. But if you feel moved to bless somebody for our commentary tonight, feel free. It's absolutely not mandatory, but it is much appreciated. But other than that, everybody, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, sister. Good night. Ciao. Good night. Love you too.
She said, "Oh,
Love y'all.
All right. Later.